You see, for so long they wore that victim mask like it was their birthright, playing the helpless, misunderstood soul while they sharpened their daggers behind your back. But now, the curtain has fallen and the spotlight has shifted. They're exposed, naked in their lies, and the world is starting to see them for what they truly are, and they hate it. The script they wrote, the one where you were the villain and they the innocent martyr, has been burned to ashes. Now they stand there, holding the pen of their misdeeds, ink-stained hands trembling with rage and regret. You didn't need to scream your innocence or explain their betrayal to anyone. Every lie, every manipulation, every twist of the knife, it all came back to haunt them. And now they're left choking on the very lies they tried to feed others. Poetic justice, wouldn't you say? Their frustration is palpable, like a storm that never finds release. They wanted you broken, crawling, desperate to make peace with their narrative, but instead you rose, tall and unyielding, a monument to everything they couldn't destroy. They can't play the victim anymore because the truth doesn't bend to their whims. And isn't that the beauty of it? The tables have turned, and now they're stuck in a loop of their own making. Every time they try to shift the blame, they find themselves face to face with their reflection, a harsh reminder of who really caused the damage. They thought they'd win by hurting you, but instead, they've won a lifetime of regret. Blame others, play the victim, rewrite the story, but the truth doesn't go away. It lingers like a shadow they can't outrun. You've turned their games against them simply by refusing to stoop to their level. Your dignity, your self-respect, your refusal to engage in their toxic theatrics. These are the daggers they never saw coming. They're mad because they can't manipulate the narrative anymore. You've outgrown their petty traps, and they're left spinning their wheels trying to make sense of a world where they're no longer in control.
Close the door, put out the light. No, they won't be home tonight. The snow falls hard, and don't you know? The winds of Thor are blowing cold. They're wearing steel that's bright and true. They carry guns that must get through. That's just a path where no one Side by side with them, devil mocks their every step. Snow drives by the foot that's slow. The dogs of doom are howling more. Oh, they carry news that must get through. To build a dream for me and you. Oh, thinking about where no one
Many of our less astute and overly passionate brethren on the so-called far right remain very critical of Donald Trump over his alleged subservience to Israel. But what they don't understand is that Trump's professed love for Bibi Netanyahu and Israel was all part of a strategic deception necessary in order to conceal the secret war that he was waging against the ultra-Zionists of both Israel and America. To better understand this geopolitical reality, a review of the central theme of the 1974 classic film, Godfather Part 2, is in order. The main storyline of Godfather 2 centers around the deadly chess match played between Michael Corleone and the cunning and powerful Jewish mobster Hyman Roth. After surviving an assassination attempt ordered by Roth, Michael plots his revenge. A subordinate of the Corleone family, Frank Pentangeli, wants to immediately start a mob war and kill, quote, that Jew in Miami. But Michael patiently countermoves by pretending to not know that it was Roth who had given the order to kill him. To set Roth at ease until he can get the information that he is seeking from him, Michael visits him at his home in Miami and tells the mighty Jewish gangster what a great man he is. Roth and Corleone plan a casino business venture together in Cuba. Roth treats Michael like a son, while Michael continues to show the utmost respect for Roth. But all along, behind the friendly facade, the two are actually plotting against each other. Near the end of the film, Michael finally wins the chess match when Hyman Roth is assassinated at the airport. The lesson to be learned from the following film clips is this: keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
I want you to help me take my revenge.
Michael, anything. What can I do?
Settle these troubles with the Rosado brothers.
Mike, I don't understand. I don't have your brain for big deals. But this is a street thing. That Hyman Roth in Miami, he's backing up those son of a bitches.
I know he is.
Then why? Why do you ask me to lay down to him, Mike?
It was Hyman Roth that tried to have me killed. I know it was him.
Jesus Christ, Mike. Jesus Christ. Now, look, let's get them all. Let's hit them all now while we got the muscle.
My father taught me many things here. He taught me in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Now, if Hyman Roth sees that I interceded in this thing, in the Rosado brothers' favor, he's gonna think his relationship with me is still good. Agabit.
Rabbi.
That's what I want him to think. I want him completely relaxed and confident in our friendship. The important thing is that nothing interfere with our plans for the future. Yours and mine.
Nothing is more important. You're a wise and considerate young man.
And you're a great man, Mr. Roth. There's much I can learn from you. And you're a great man, Mr. Roth. There's much I can learn from you.
I came home to vote in the presidential election because they wouldn't give me an absentee ballot.
Trump played Bibi Netanyahu, crime family, exactly like Michael Corleone played Hyman Roth. He put on the beanie, went to the Wailing Wall, and declared his love for Israel. He delivered rousing speeches before AIPAC, the Israel-America lobby. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and sent his Jewish convert daughter there for a photo op. He recognized the long ago conquered Golan Heights as belonging to Israel. He issued empty verbal threats against Israel's enemies, such as Assad of Syria, and also against Iran. But as Don Trumpione was blowing kisses at Israel, he was crippling the ultra-Zionist mafia in much more meaningful ways. It was Don Trumpione who secretly engineered the downfall of Jewish Zionist Hollywood mobster Harvey Weinstein. It was Don Trumpione who shut down Epstein-Maxwell Pedo Island, which was a high-level Mossad blackmail operation. It was Don Trumpione who ended the CIA's funding for the so-called rebels in Syria, also known as ISIS, yet another Mossad front attempting to overthrow President Bashar al-Assad of Syria. Yes, it was Trump and Putin who saved Assad. It was Don Trumpione who pulled the U.S. out of the Middle East, leaving Russia, Iran, and China as the mighty protectors of the region. It was Don Trumpione who drove out all of the Israel First, neocon, warmongering scum out of the Republican Party. And in the end, it was Don Trumpione who humiliated Hyman Roth, that is, Bibi Netanyahu, and left him an international pariah abroad and politically crippled in Israel itself. Peace has finally come to the Middle East, and there will be no more wars for Israel. This stunning turn of historical events came about because Don Trumpione, rather than screaming, "The Jews, the Jews, the Jews," as some of you Frank Pentangeles had wanted him to do, wisely chose to keep his enemies close instead. Don Trumpione, ti salute.